What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Today on the show, we are talking about the all-new, and I mean like new Jeep Recon. That is right, and I, for one, am pretty excited about it, but I'm a little nervous that Jeep's doing a little too much monkeying with their nameplate. Comments, I'm going to ask you to let me know what you think about this, but let's break the news down, because there's not a ton to talk about this thing, and let's just go from there. That is correct. Jeep Electric, they're just doing this. They're starting to come together. And, case in point with the Hummer, like that thing's just too big in my opinion. So I've been real nervous for off-roading. And of course, we've all seen the TFL videos. I did some time in a 4xe Wrangler. I wasn't impressed with the range of the vehicle at all. That's why you've never seen that video I shot on this, because I just wasn't impressed with the vehicle. And this kind of makes me excited, because they're kind of taking a little bit from the Wrangler over here, plucking, a little bit maybe of the Cherokee over here, and kind of merging the two into this all-new EV platform. But let me throw up some pictures. Ta-da, right there. And as you can see the back of this thing, now, very off-road-like. We're looking at this thing, and there's some, there's some BF Goodrich tires on it. They look to be pretty beefy. They kind of have that little bit of that Rubicon flair to the wheels that are on that thing. Obviously, if Jeep's going to come out with something like this, Jeep is number one, and I mean it, number one for colors. Jeep will risk a color like those limes. I love those colors. And hey, if we're talking limes, we might as well throw it up. Look at this thing doing a little bit of rock crawling up there. But I like that Jeep will take a risk on some colors. And the Tuscadero. I was at a Jeep Invasion event a couple weeks ago, and there was probably 50, 60 of those things. Like, who would have thought that kind of strange pink color, that people would have been all about that? But I think that's about the fun of the Jeep brand, is taking risk, trying something new like this. And with the EVs, they are trying something new. Now, for most part, with the 4xe platforms, I've not been sold on that. I mean, this thing, will it be able to rock crawl? Yes. Will they have ultimate torque? Of course. It's an electric motor that I expect nothing, less of just a monster. You can't say engine anymore, but electric motors in these things. So what concerns me? Well, Jeep is rushing. And I mean, they were trying to, Stellantis at one point, they were trying to merge, well, I guess before that it was Fiat. They were trying to merge with Nissan and Renault because they wanted to pluck Nissan's EV tech, and they didn't have any of their own because they've been late to that game. So they've really, I don't know how they've jump started into this with, maybe it's with the Stellantis program where they've all merged into one conglomerate basically, that there was some EV tech there that I wasn't aware of, but they're coming at it hard. And once again, the thing rock crawling, if it can truly do that, which once again, I know it can, but for how long? Pretty cool. Now they're saying this thing will be on kind of the same I won't say platform, but kind of the same size as the current Wrangler. From the pictures that you're seeing up there, it kind of looks a little smaller to me, but guess what? It's got removable doors, and bam, let's look at that. There's those removable doors up there, and that's pretty cool to me. And once again, unlike Bronco, Jeep chose to put the swivel points on the outside. Now, is that to kind of keep the more purist Jeep guy happy? Maybe. I also think, honestly, it's probably just easier if you want to take the doors off. It's just a little easier to deal with. Now, what they need to do is pluck how Ford did the plug system in Fords and merge that into this, and then it would be really cool. But I like the fact that they're kind of toying with this. Hey, we know that customer wants to be able to pull the doors off. They want their adventure people, or they're people that want to cruise the roads and just have kind of that motorcycle feel. With the hair blowing through your face and enjoying it that way. But you see the big mud tires. Well, I won't say mud. I guess they're all-terrain tires on this. They're saying, hey, we're coming to play. We like to party, and we know how to party in the off-road world. So, are you down with us? Everything I can tell, though, I know there was, I've seen a couple channels that wanted to talk about this, and they're like, well, will it be straight axle? No. Guys, trust me. If Jeep could do away with straight axle in the Wranglers, they would do it. But also, that audience would, flip out and freak out. It's still coming, though. I still think the next generation Wrangler gives a independent front suspension until you get into the Rubicon, but let's not get into that news right now. Anyways, so I really do like the way this thing's shaping up to look. I kind of like that it's got a little bit of that kind of Cherokee front end, but it kind of the way the U-shaped running lights are, kind of, I don't know, reminds me of Wranglers slightly. In the comments below, though, let me know what you think about this thing. Are you kind of excited about EVs? Now, you know what the first thing we're going to hear about is 0 to 60 times in this, which I could care less. You know when I want 0 to 60 time? In a Lamborghini, a Vet, something like that, or the Tesla Plaid. Like, I'm cool with that. After this, trucks, SUVs, I really don't care about your 0 to 60 times because it's an electric motor. There's nothing out there that's going to, like, wow me any more than what I've already been wowed by electric. So let's not even worry about that. And if it'd be smart, let's not even allow it to do these weird 2-second 0 to 60 times. Let's keep it in the 4s to 5s. And you know, that 392 is still out there, and it's going to be out there for at least 5 to 6 more years, I have a feeling. So we'll allow that to sound cool, all the rumblies, and sound cool like that. But once again, in the comments below, where are you at with this thing? Are you excited that Jeep's taking on the EV as a, hey, we're bringing out all these new models? There's other models I didn't want to talk about because they just don't interest me as much as them taking on the off-road world like this, and all the Qs and stuff of Wrangler are in there. So in the comments, let me know what you think. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this Jeep Recon that I'm damn sure gonna drive, this has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody. Let's go.